Imagine building an industrial state from scratch. Saudi Arabia has stated that it intends to begin construction on a floating city with 8 sides that will be built on the Red Sea. The proposed structure, which will be known as Oxagon, would be constructed on the outskirts of Neom, a brand new city with a GDP of $500 billion. Oxagon will be the next stage in Neom's ambitions to reimagine how people will live and work in the future. So what is the goal for Oxagon? And how will it help Saudi Arabia build a legacy for the future? Neom, which was presented to the public for the first time in 2017, serves as the centerpiece of Prince Mohammed bin Salman's ambition to restructure the Saudi economy. In January, he presented his plan for the line, a 170-kilometer-long corridor of densely inhabited future neighborhoods that would be free of vehicles and motorways, and in which residents would be able to obtain all of their day-to-day essentials within 5 minutes of walking. Now it is anticipated that Oxagon will have excellent connectivity by maritime transit, roads, aircraft, and high-speed rail, with 13% of the world's trade passing through via the neighboring Suez Canal. The proposed port will have the capacity to process 3.5 million TEU per year. According to the explanation, the establishment of Oxagon is the next step in Neom's master plan and exemplifies a radical new model for manufacturing facilities based on Neom's plans to redefine how people will live and work in the future. The Integrated Port and Logistics Center will serve as the focal point of the primary urban environment in Neom, which is located in the southwest quadrant of the map. This is the area that will be home to the great majority of the city's anticipated inhabitants. The octagonal form protects 95% of the natural environment, so reducing the amount of harm done to the surrounding area and maximizing the potential for productive land use. One of the most distinguishing features of the metropolis is the largest floating structure in the world, which will work as a hub for Neom's blue economy and encourage sustainable growth. According to Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Oxagon will be the spark for economic growth and diversification in Neom and the kingdom. But why build Oxagon? Oxagon will help reinvent how industrial growth is done around the world in the future, saving the environment while creating cash and expanding Neom's market share at the same time. And as a result of this, the establishment of a new center for international trade flows will be made possible. This will also help to increase regional commerce and business in Saudi Arabia. The chief executive officer of Neom, Nadmi Al-Nasser, made a bold proclamation that with Oxagon, there would be a profound revolution in how the world sees industrial facilities. What gives Saudi Arabia optimism is seeing how enthusiastic many of their partners are about getting their projects off the ground in Oxagon. These agents of change will develop factories that are designed with the most up-to-date artificial intelligence technologies in order to facilitate a significant shift for our era into the fourth industrial revolution. In a manner analogous to that of Tho Line, Oxagon will be an all-encompassing cognitive metropolis that will provide its residents with exceptional livability. Oxagon will develop the fully automated port and supply chain environment of the next generation for Neom. This environment will be entirely integrated. According to Neom, the government organization that is responsible for carrying out the futuristic project, the port, the logistics facility, and the rail delivery facility will be integrated. This will provide high productivity levels with net zero carbon emissions and will set global benchmarks in the adoption of technology and environmental sustainability. And the good news is that the flexible and integrated physical and digital supply chain and logistics system will enable real-time planning, which will ultimately result in secure on-time delivery, efficiency, and cost-effectiveness for industrial partners. Moreover, the implementation of cutting-edge technologies such as the Internet of Things, IoT, human-machine fusion, artificial and predictive intelligence, and robots will form the foundation of Oxagon. And in order to support Neom's aims of constructing an integrated, intelligent, and efficient supply chain, each of these will be paired with a network of distribution centers that are completely automated as well as assets that are capable of autonomous last-mile delivery. It will serve as a focal point for corporate leaders who are eager to lead the charge for change and construct the cutting-edge, environmentally friendly factories of the future. The heart of Oxagon's industrial growth is comprised of 7 different sectors, each of which is backed by cutting-edge technology and innovative new practices. These industries include contemporary construction practices, driverless transportation, water innovation, sustainable food production, health and well-being technology, and digital manufacturing, and autonomous transportation. Many of the elements of the line may be seen reflected in the urban environment of Oxagon. Communities will be reachable on foot or via the use of vehicles fueled by hydrogen. According to Neom, sustainable industries will be built all around the communities, which will cut down on the amount of time spent traveling, provide excellent livability, and integrate nature into the urban environment in a seamless manner. Neom also mentioned that Oxagon would innovate in order to build a collaborative environment centered on research and innovation, as well as a really circular economy. Oxagon's Innovation Campus will house the education, research, and innovation ecosystem in order to compete with existing worldwide institutions. The development of Oxagon is moving along nicely, and preparations are being made for the construction of enormous manufacturing facilities. These facilities include the world's largest and most technologically advanced factory from the production of modular buildings, the world's largest green hydrogen project, which is a joint venture between Air Products, ACWA Power, and Neom, the largest hyperscale data center in the area, and the world's largest factory for the production of modular buildings. And here is the interesting part. Prince Salman chose a region in the desert as the site for his $500 billion city-state. This might be because he wants to attract the world's top minds to the world's best-paying jobs and the world's most habitable metropolis. And by the way, note that robotics and artificial intelligence will be at the heart of Oxagon. This will be Neom's first port and supply chain ecosystem to be completely integrated. The chief executive officer of Neom, Nadmi Al-Nasser, believes that Oxagon will be one of the most technologically advanced logistics centers in the world and will have state-of-the-art integrated port and airport connectivity. The new efforts are a part of Prince Salman's grandiose Vision 2030 plan, which intends to wean Saudi Arabia off its dependence on oil and convert it into a digital center similar to Silicon Valley. This plan also includes new initiatives. According to a video that was posted by Neom on Twitter, the city of Oxagon is going to be home to the very first fully automated port and integrated logistics center in the whole globe. But the question is, how much are they budgeting for the project? The nation's sovereign wealth fund is providing the funding for the Oxagon project despite the fact that it is uncertain how much money the project will cost or how it will really float. Communities, research centers, educational districts, and tourist attractions will all form a part of the city of Neom, approximately 33 times larger than New York City when it is completed. But will this be considered home by many? According to a press release that was issued in the month of January, Neom is a vision of what a new future may look like and an accelerator of human growth. And in addition to having sand that glows in the dark and an enormous artificial moon that illuminates at night, the desert metropolis that has been changed will also include cloud seeding equipment, the largest coral garden in the world, and other cutting-edge amenities. Newcomers to the Industrial Revolution will begin to be accepted in 2022. These newcomers will be welcomed alongside the 1,500 Neom people who are already working by and living at Oxagon. Surprisingly, according to authorities, Neom is still being created using technology that does not yet exist. Nonetheless, the construction of the facility, which was originally planned to begin in the first quarter of 2021, has just recently begun. The development of Oxagon is moving along nicely, and preparations are being made for the construction of enormous manufacturing facilities. Over 1 million people from different countries will call Neom their home and place of employment. In these hyper-connected and cognitive towns and cities, there will be ports, enterprise zones, research centers, sports and entertainment venues, and tourist attractions. Businesses, business leaders, and entrepreneurs will flock here because it will serve as a hub for innovation, with the goal of pioneering the exploration, incubation, and commercialization of breakthrough technologies and businesses. The people who live in Neom will preserve a global perspective and embrace a tradition of exploration, risk-taking, and diversity. This will all be supported by an innovative legal system that is in accordance with global norms and encourages economic growth. To say this project is unbelievable and extravagant on a giant stage is an understatement in itself. You would wonder what kind of ideas or inventions will be conceived here at Oxagon. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be keeping one eye on the development of this as the years go by. See you in the future.